Okay fellas, I think we're on night scene fireworks. I set this up the other night, didn't work, and I discovered today what all that one part bizzo was about, so I've decided to, as you do, I'm setting up another classic clay ski today. It worked this time with the one difference in one part, so I know what all the sorting out bizzo is all about. So I'm making use of the pergola. It's right, spitting spots, and I put the wide angle on here even though I've got fireworks on, because I tried the normal lens and yeah, it wasn't capturing the. So I've set up a whole load of bricks here to put on another 4, and I just thought you want to see, you've got these long Chinese containers, and what I've worked out is putting the formulation on either side will allow it to seep through and grow across, and any cyanofighter will be able to, you know, transfer anything across. So I'm pretty happy with that sort of concept anyway. We've got the old fly wire, and I was really taken aback that Gideon's gone through all the effort of getting some floor foam bricks, but he doesn't put a connection with the outside, the water flow. So basically he's just using the floor foam bricks, I think, is like a bottom of the container chiller in a way, like a cool guardy safe in a way. But anyway, these are quite brittle, I've noticed. You've got to be very careful, and I found the best way is just to go right across here like that to give enough take, so you know there's enough give in the container before you start cutting along here, and you know, before you start cutting along there. So the idea is to cut along here, right halfway along there, and hopefully go around without breaking the corner. It can be a bit of a pain in the arse, but you know, you will get there. As with all these CP things, you know, if you keep sticking at the thing, at the problem, over many years, finally all the bricks and little things of the puzzle start fitting the place. As I said, discover what the one part difference was. Works like a charm now. Got it, and I've got a choice. I'm running 2 formulation, 2 classic clay skis, and one of them is going to be the bee's knees, the other one's probably going to do the opposite. So we'll probably get fantastically large plants with one very quickly, and we'll probably get royal reds and all those giant red capes with the other, I reckon, because I reckon some people, well, that's not bad, that's better than I did the other night, you see. Anyway, I'm losing the light, so I'll just do one, and you can assume I'm doing the other 3 to make the 4 that will fit on there for the 2 runs, the 2 formulations. I'm doing two runs, so I can put different seeds in one and maybe the odd seedling in the other sort of thing. But you know, once it gets working, I'll just be doing these, plugging them out one after the other sort of thing, you know. But then you just put this underneath here. Maybe I need to go down lower now. We're doing this close-up work. Here we go, fellas. Oh, down there. Let me get down to this localised work. We need a. Anyway, my pot's starting to seize up already. Well, yeah, probably nearly 10 years, I think. And I don't think that's. Well, maybe this is getting just too low now, even with fireworks. It's. I started the roast on at 4:30, so it probably must be getting along to 5 o'clock. So you just put it over there, you cut roughly around, and then you just sort of trim it up afterwards, sort of things. And sometimes it pays to turn it around the other way when you want to do the trimming. Because some things can wander, and some of the containers can not quite be too square. And it doesn't have to be too flash, fellas. You know, it doesn't have to be too flash. So you put that in there, in like that. Now that basically would stop most things coming out, but since we're dealing, and normally with a normal pot with just peat and sand, that's all you have to do. However, with our sand and all our stuff, you probably need a safety net, which is what this thing is all about. Maybe that's what Gideon doesn't like, is this bit he thinks this is going to rot. Well, if you've ever get a piece of newspaper, put that on the bottom, and see how long that takes to rot. It might still be there in 5 years' time, and you might still be able to read the newsprint in 5 years' time. Oh, yep, he's setting up the experiment already. You can't believe that, he's setting up the experiment already. Okay, and this, again, it doesn't have to be too flash with this either. All it has to do is keep the sand in there. Oh, and have I got the blue tack on the bloody container? So, hang on, yeah, I haven't taken the blue tack off. There we go, fellas, I haven't taken the blue tack off of... Oh, you know what I forgot to do outside? I did two major things wrong yesterday. I didn't go out to the site I wanted to go to after getting bogged. You know, I didn't actually go out to the Kuiper area I wanted to go to. I completely forgot. I forgot. I was on the way home thinking, oh, fuck. The one thing I wanted to go out and film today, I completely didn't go out to it, you know. And the other thing is, on a few things I've got to take these off as well. So, but in some places it might be advantageous. It was quite windy in certain areas. Anyway, as I say, it doesn't have to be too flash. You can get little tears and things like that. And for some reason, I don't think that's... Oh, yeah, it was me. I thought it was a badly produced piece of tissue paper. But anyway, so that's all it has to be, in the bottom like that. Not too flash, just enough to keep things in. And then you put a bit of a handful in there. Bit of a handful in there of damp sand. And you want pre-damp sand if you can get it. So it's already residualised, and I would say a third to a half. Yeah, once your seedling gets going, you probably want a bit of root zone as well. So, you know, maybe just over, between a third and a half, I would say, for this sort of thing. So we might try some glid seeds in there, some planchonii, you know, maybe glid and planchonii in one, because you can always tell the glid and the planchonii apart, because once the glid germinates, after one of these heavy, massive pounding rains, or just germinates normally, you can see it instantaneously. It's a little seedling plant straight away. The very next day after it's germinated, it's a seedling plant. I mean, well, I suppose because it grows so bloody fast, doesn't it? It has to grow so bloody fast because it's got a short life, and probably that's why it has to be the fastest sundew on the whole fucking planet. Yes. Yes, it's appropriate. It's the only one, as far as we know at the moment. Well, I think from the ecology point of view, it will be the only one. But we might start hybridising it with other things. And if it is such an ancient sundew, why don't we try hybridising it with some other ancient sundews? Has anyone thought... I don't know if it's possible to try and hybridise it with one of the Queensland ones. I mean, apparently there has been a hybridisation of two of the Queensland sundews. Drosera hybrid Andromeda. That's the trouble with the hybrid name. I don't know what the actual parentage is. It's Prolifera crossed with, is it Chisandra or is it with Adelaide? I think it's with Chisandra, isn't it? But yeah, I don't know. Is that an actual hybrid by someone, or is it a slight variation of one of the species found in the wild? I was looking at it the other day and I'm thinking, is this a bit of a Konski here? Is it actually a variation they found up in Queensland recently, and it's gone through, you know, it's not quite good enough to be a species in its own right. So people say, well, we can't do anything with it if it doesn't make species status. So let's call it a hybrid, and we can say it's a hybrid then. Do you get that sort of business-like sense I'm getting on about? Anyway, there's one, and this is one I did before, sort of thing. And then of course I'll put my tomorrow when I come back from taking my mum and doing all that stuff I have to do tomorrow, and hopefully coming back with a bit of pocket money. I'm hoping I'll come back with enough pocket money to you know, make a few friends overseas a little bit happier, hint hint, if I'm lucky. Well, put it this way, as with the video I did yesterday, I'm an honourable person. I said if the camera was still running, I'd go back the other way, and I did, and I've got the footage to prove it. Well, I'll be honourable to say, if I get what I expect to get tomorrow, I will make two people overseas a little bit happier than they are at the moment. Put it that way. So anyway, I don't know, we've got very, very, very low light here. Maybe I need to move the camera out here into the in the sunnage and see if the fireworks does anything. I don't know, but anyway, that's basically one setup. And I'll sit this on the as I said, these foam blocks, I've had them for years. You know, they can still support 15 kilos of weight if you put it on there nice and steadily. and you don't muck around with it, sort of thing. So you know, that's what we got there. So you know, for these original ones were $1.50. You know, they've gone from $1.50 all the way up to $2, now $2.50, and you know, if you go to the like the florist shops, they're charging you $4 a brick. But I bought them back in the 90s when they were $1. Some of these older ones from the 90s they were $1.50. And what, we're in 2000. This 20. I've got 20 years worth of life out of them, sort of thing, and they're still fantastic. So you know, there you go, Gideon. That is true value for money. And oh, that was the. It's just gone 5 o'clock. So there you go. And you can see the raindrops because I was out there making up a new formulation to pot up. Probably tomorrow evening when I come back, if there's still some littage, or maybe Sunday. Sunday morning coming down, yes. Okay, over and out for this bit. Oh, and you can hear the rain coming in there. One of the advantages of having a new pergola is you can do some... It's still a bit of a mess, and I've taken out most of the bricks, and you know, we've still got this set up for the water over there. It works reasonably well. Takes the water out there until we get the new water tanks down the end there, and you know, got the fence fixed up, a couple of new water butts and things like that. Yeah. Okay, over and out for now.